Remember how you texted me and you said that he's like constantly shitting his pants?
Oh yeah.
There's like
Oh, is
actually
it the one
photos.
with the
There's
mat
like
thing?
actually
Yeah,
photos of him there, and it's funny because Trump was like on the Today Show or something like that, and they all sit on this like
It was Fox.
long white bench. No, this
Yeah.
is a different instance than that.
Oh, different than the Fox comfy couch thing?
Yeah, it was like,
How did he sit
Are
on
you-
two long white benches in a span of 1 hour?
oh, it might have been Fox. It might have been like Fox and Friends or something like that.
Yeah, because it was all those people.
And it was a big white bench. You could see this very big like black square on it, dude. And I was like, not that I didn't believe you that he shits his pants, but he like actually shits his pants like legit, like a worrisome amount
I've
for
like
everybody.
you see people talking, like people that have been his aides and stuff, that like have to stand near him when he's giving press stuff, and they talk about like how bad it smells.
Oh no.
Dude,
Like,
embarrassing. That's absolutely fucking nuts. It's something else. But the Elon tweet actually has like been something that I think we've talked about before. Maybe like texted each other about, but so
he's got it.
I was gonna say the name of the account because I didn't look at it before and it was funny, but I can't say it.
Why not?
I'm not gonna like just like shout out this person's Twitter account, but it also is something I don't want to say on the podcast in the title. So, it was Elon, I guess, said this, that make video games great again. The problem with the DEI and the woke mind virus is that it kills the art. When you see something that's forcibly imposed on a game, it kills the art. It kicks you out of the story because you feel you're being lectured. Let me just enjoy my video games. And then Elon retweeted it and said DEI kills art.
I don't think I've ever, I don't know about you guys, but like anytime I've been playing a game, I've never felt like, oh, I'm being lectured.
No, and the thing is like, just as like movies are, like Barbie, for example, was very like women's power, like noticeably like that, but it didn't kill the art. That was intentionally written.
That was the art.
Be like that. That's part of the art. So like when you have a game like Cyberpunk, it's not just like you would be being forced to like be against like big business and capitalism, but
Right.
it's not that. It's just the art. Like that's how the story was written.
Yeah, I mean, choosing your cock size is just the art.
It is. It's part of it, dude. Absolutely.
Oh, brother.
I remember when Chris and I were starting Baldur's Gate, we were making our characters. I was like, which penis did you choose?
Talk.
That's part of the art, dude. You can't kill hogs without having a hog.
I went with penis C, personally.
Yeah, penis C. I mean, C is the average. That's what everybody chooses, so.
Bro, games are going woke, man. That's what Elon's saying.
It's the only thing people comment about Halo is that it's terrible because one person on the dev team tweeted one time that they don't like guns.
Yeah, so the game
So
is
the
now
whole
woke.
studio is bad.
It's crazy that like you have to have a job so you can make money, and that job might necessarily not align with your like ideological beliefs, but because you have to have a job, you have to work there.
Correct.
So,
and it's almost like you can be good at your job and also think something.
And also one person that you've never seen before that just labels themselves as a dev, part of the dev team, doesn't speak, like they speak for the whole company. So
they do. Yeah, and that means the whole game's going to be... Actually, they're just going to use water guns. It's going to be Splatoon. Halo Splatoon.
Yeah.
Halo Splatoon. That would might be fun, honestly. See how they do it. See how they make it.
All right, we'll see how they make it.
Yeah, we'll see what Halo Studios has in mind for Halo Splatoon crossover.
Could be
in
getting soon.
Unreal Engine 5. Don't forget that.
Yeah, the Switch could handle that, so Splatoon crossover probably makes sense.
It plays Fortnite, dude. Fortnite is on the Switch. What do you think that game is made in?
I think it's made in 480p 30 FPS.
It's good enough for me to get victory royales.
It's good enough for me to get my ass beat into the ground. Dude, I can't believe people play that game on there.
That
Does it
sounds
have
like a terrible experience.
Is it crossplay?
Oh yeah, dude.
On
We
Switch
did
is
crossplay on this. When you were at my house last year,
Oh
we
my
did
god,
crossplay
I
on the
forgot
Switch.
about that.
Yeah, I was sitting on the couch on the Switch, dude. Just getting
Why would you
smoked.
do that?
We needed a third device.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Gotta do whatever you can, man.
I'd actually rather play it on my phone.
Because your phone is more powerful than the Switch is.
Yeah, my phone can do 90 FPS for Fortnite. But the Switch can only
Okay,
do
wait.
30.
Isn't it crazy that the Fortnite was made to run on the Galaxy S series, but was not made to run on the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah. I mean, what are they? Yeah, they can't get anything else out of that thing. I doubt even if they lowered the resolution to like 240p, they could get 60 FPS on that console.
Hey, dude, and you would be able to count the pixels on it.
Oh, yeah, be like a 3DS. They should put
Fortnite
Fortnite on 3DS.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
No, give me
Nintendo.
Fortnite on this thing, dude.
Dude, yes.
Steam Deck? No.
No.
Switch?
Wii U
No.
gamepad?
PlayStation Portal? No. We hate
No.
PlayStation on this podcast. The Xbox handheld that's rumored to come out?
No.
Well, we hate Xbox too. Wii U gamepad right there.
And it's only gamepad. You can't play on the TV.
So
So
Nintendo, if you offer me a contract more than my Microsoft contract, well,
Bro.
I'll be the biggest Mario fan.
it's a me and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, dude. Red hats, overalls, red
Let's
shirt.
go and things
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
Yeah. You're gonna see me stomping on some mushrooms back in the background.
All right, well, on that note, welcome to the episode, brothers.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
We're back here again. Of course, we've got myself, Chris, and Jonathan Paradise, JP,
My
John.
full name this time.
Jonathan Paradise, JP, John
Yeah, my last name is JP John.
is joining us on the podcast. And we've got CJ here. Hello, CJ. CJ.
Cheers.
Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Hey.
And we're back a couple days late because we have had technical issues, but it's fine. Here we are. Welcome to the show.
Boy, we had something cooked up for you last time, but now it's just going to be in the Brothers Prampcast vault till the
That's
end of
right.
time. Episode
Yeah.
100 is we just released that.
It'll be we'll
Perfect.
put it on our Patreon.
Yeah. Sign
The
up for
no audio
Patreon.
episode.
We definitely have that, and you should go find it and sign up for it. You can get some exclusive content. One of the videos, unfortunately, did not have audio, so it'll just be two of us talking with some blank spaces in between. But it's about 2 hours of us roasting the new Tesla announcements.
And what better way to listen to that than with only two of the people talking and the other
Yeah.
person just sitting there?
If you're really good at reading lips, you'll have a great time.
Yes, yes. But we should definitely talk about the Tesla stuff a little bit. We made a whole episode, honestly, planned to talk about it for only like 30 minutes and went on for almost 2 hours about it. So we're going to
We have
retouch on some of
nothing
that, but
good things to say, so it's okay.
we're big
Let's
Tesla
just say
fanboys.
I signed the contract for my new Tesla because of this.
Dude, you already put in the order for the taxi, the
Yep.
Tesla RoboCab.
How much
And
was the
to hold-
deposit?
The deposit was 35 grand.
So more than the price of the car is
more than
supposed
what
to
he
be.
wants it to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Do you get the
then-
other $5,000 back, or?
Yeah, it's like a security deposit. Or they said I can just roll it into a new Model 3. So I got a Model 3 as well.
Nice.
It's
I
a
assume it's like the
performance.
standard range rear-wheel drive. Oh, okay.
No. It's a performance. It's blue with white interior.
So probably
But
the best you could
Could
do.
be worse.
But it just creaks so much.
And it's brand new, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
I
me.
can hear the wheels. I can hear the doors rattling.
I hear the panels kind of flapping a little bit in the wind.
Yeah, my door panels kind of make a sound when I close the door and like push it open. I'm trying to hear like my console like move around a little bit. It's really like jarring, but I had to get it because I ordered the new Cybercab and I love my car so much because of it. So I would never trade it anything else.
Chris, you can get rid of this if you want, but when CJ was saying I can hear the wheels, I can hear the doors, all I was thinking of is they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs.
Oh fuck, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Yeah. I'm glad you like the new whip though.
Yeah, it's great. Really cool. I use my phone for everything, so
Yeah, you sound very excited about that. I can just hear the exhilaration in your voice.
they shut down the Tesla supercharger near me because Elon doesn't like Tesla doesn't manage it anymore. But it's still great.
So they fully shut it down, like actually?
Yeah, they actually shut it down.
Wow.
So I buy an electric car with no charger near me, but I love it still.
They shut it down because they heard CJ was buying one. They didn't want him to have access to it.
Yeah, what a good use to build out a Tesla Cybertruck charging. Whoa. That was not right. Oh boy, let's restart that. What a good use to build out a Tesla supercharger network.
You just autopilot Cybertruck right into that sentence. It is because you love autopilot in Tesla's vehicles.
In the Cybertruck. It's my favorite way to get around the streets.
You guys see how many of those fucking cars they sold in Q3?
No.
16,000 of them.
Cybertrucks?
Yeah.
And someone was telling me at work, where were they driving past? And there was just like a whole like lot of Cybertrucks just like sitting there.
I saw a whole truck carrier full of only Cybertrucks recently. There was like fucking 8 on there. I was like, no. Is that when I texted you? You should just drive that an hour west and drive it into the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's crazy that they actually got to a point where they can produce multiple ones of those vehicles.
Well, they ran through their reservation list, so the discounts are going to start hitting soon.
Can people sell them yet?
Did it have a year? Did it have a...
yeah.
I don't think it's been a year yet.
I don't think so either. Also, that is kind of crazy how many they've sold if it hasn't been a year yet. But can't wait for the resale market on those to be 25 grand. So
in like 2 years.
No, probably next year, dude. He's gonna hack the price down to like 60K, and everybody's gonna lose 40 grand in value. Some dealer's gonna offer 35 grand on one in 6 months. I guarantee you.
I totally didn't think about like high mileage Cybertrucks.
Well, it's a miracle that any of them can get to any amount of miles, considering how many of them just go fully red shutdown mode on their first launch.
That's true. I mean, it's going to be treated like an exotic, so
it already
except for the ones that I see that are on Turo, but
Columbus Exotics.
Yeah. We would be sending that shit into Columbus Exotics if it came out at that time, dude.
Oh yeah,
think about
back in like 2015.
Yeah, for sure. Because there'd only be like 10 in Columbus.
A double spot with a Maserati Ghibli.
Dual spot.
Dual spot, that's what it is. I forgot.
With a Ghibli, dude. Oh my
Seeing
god.
it through the glass doors at the mall, but we're like halfway in the mall and we're like sprinting out to go fucking find it.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
That shit was fun, but it's still really funny that we did that.
Yeah, it's hilarious to think that we used to just like mob around Easton with a bunch of cameras.
Oh, dude, I used
Just
to
like 8 dudes with cameras.
I used to like fully like whip around my car for a Ghibli, man. And it's a Ghibli, bro.
A Q4, not even an S.
Dude.
It's just a
Terrible. Oh,
yeah,
man.
get it gone.
Light blue, tan interior Ghibli.
Oh, silver wheels?
Yeah, for sure.
No, they're like 18-inch gray wheels, the really small ones.
Yeah. Sign me up.
And we're fucking like picking our jaws up off the ground.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then we worked at that dealership and got immediately desensitized to like every
Everything.
single exotic. Yeah, dude, I just want to talk about it once. That Aventador S, the silver one.
Oh, dude,
With
that
the
car
red
was
interior.
so
The Roadster?
nice.
Yeah. Probably the
That
best
and
car.
the Grigio
The green.
Telesto Aventador were
Dude,
my 2
the
favorite
green one?
cars. The
That
green
we had
S,
too?
yeah.
Oh my god, that one was so fun to drive.
Yeah.
It sucks that you drove that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost
Driving
crashed
Aventador
that
sucks,
green one,
man.
so
What'd you say?
I almost crashed the green one, so
Oh,
How'd you do that?
was I with you at this
yeah,
time?
you were in the car with me.
Where? When?
When we went to Cars and Coffee at the detailing place. I think you were in the car with me, weren't you? And yeah, and I like floored it around the turn as we were leaving and lost traction and almost like spun out on the on-ramp and crashed it.
I think
But
I
I
do
caught
remember that.
I thought you were in the car with me.
I think I do remember that. Maybe
But I
blocked
caught
out
it,
of my
so
memory.
because I actually know how to drive, unlike Jack
Doherty.
Doherty.
When I was leaving that place, I was leaving in a Gallardo Superleggera. And CJ,
Oh.
you were there for this. It was
Was
like
I in
you were in the G-Wagon.
Yeah.
It was a like 07 Superleggera, like a very early first gen one.
It was matte black too.
I think it was
I'm
gloss
pretty
black,
sure.
but it was blacked out. And we did have a matte black one, but it was the Stradale, the Performante Spider thing.
Is that not what you drove there?
No, this was like a early Gallardo Superleggera coupe.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And
I remember that one.
It was
Was it the gray one with the gray wheels?
It was black with
It was
black
black.
wheels.
Oh, okay.
It was sick, but I was leaving and I you know how everybody like at the end of this shit they always run to the exit to try to get videos of everybody leaving?
Yeah.
So like pulling out of the dealer's lot, I like floored it into the turn and absolutely threw the back out like 45 degrees. And like overcorrected super quick and caught it. But oh my god, dude, that could have been so bad.
Did you remember this was like my first day? We were taking that F12 to the auto body shop
In the rain.
in the rain,
Dude.
and
Yeah.
we picked it up, I think, the same day, and you were driving it back. No. We picked it up from the auto body shop.
Yeah.
And I was riding with you in some form or fashion, and you were at a red light and you slammed on the gas and the whole back end just started like doing this, like going back and forth.
Yeah. Dude, I
You
was
like
wheel
ripped your
spinning
foot
in
off the
third gear.
gas. Fuck, dude.
That car is terrifying, especially
Dude,
in the
I
rain.
love the F12. It's so fun to drive, though.
It is
The-
super fun.
so
It's just
good.
scary.
I think I might like the Lusso better than that.
Nah, I'd take an F12.
Dude, that's not the Lusso. I almost fucking head-on collision a cop in a Lusso one time.
What, dude?
It's okay.
Yeah, there was this doctor who got sued for malpractice, so he sold all of his cars to our dealership, and I had to drive to West Virginia, and I drove back a Lusso from his house.
Yeah,
And we
I'm
were
with
on,
you so
like,
far.
we were on back country roads, the ones that like curve so bad, and there was a guy in front of me going like 20, and I was just so sick of it, so I passed him, but it was around a curve on a mountain, and I literally floored it past him, like probably hit 80. And as I was merging into the left lane, a cop like flew around the corner at like 60 coming the other way. It was like probably 4 second difference or less, like maybe 3-4 seconds, and I would have smacked him head on like at like 60.
I can't believe you didn't get pulled over.
Well, I had gotten back in the lane, but it was so tight of a turn that by the time he was there, like I was all the way over, but it was so close that I would have hit him if I like hadn't moved over.
Yeah.
So he didn't see me do it because it was a tight turn, but it was very close.
He probably heard it.
Yeah, probably.
For sure.
Dude, that's crazy as fuck. I didn't know that.
That was a wild one. That was a fun drive though. It was like 3.5 hours in Aluso, so it was pretty nice.
Yeah, the longest I drove was a Maybach S600 back from Indy.
Yeah, it was in a Sprinter van.
Yeah, CJ was racing me in a Sprinter van.
Oh my god, terrible.
You were like trying to top like max speed it. You were like up at like 80 miles an hour, and you were like, it won't go any faster.
Was it a Mercedes Sprinter van, or was it like
yeah,
yeah, it was. It was like a party bus, basically.
But it was like the Blue Tech diesel, whatever the fuck.
So, what was Austin driving? Like a Range Rover, or
like
something
a Range
like that?
Rover, a V6 Range Rover Sport.
So, a lot of this drive was like one of those two would fall off really far, and then catch back up to us. So it was just kind of like them doing that the whole time, because we're just like on, I don't know, whatever that road is that like was 70 or whatever.
Yeah.
We were like in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Well, I could never do that. So,
no, because you were in a Sprinter van.
Yeah. So I remember this very vividly. I was behind them. I like got into the left lane and just held the gas pedal on the floor the whole time. And it got up, I think it like got this like 100, but it would not like go past that. And it took me literally like 10 minutes to do it. And it was like me just like slowly like going past them. And all I'm trying to do is get in front of them.
And if I wanted to hit 100,
they're already going like 80. It's like,
yeah,
I'm going like 81, 82, 83.
I'd be doing 120 silently without even realizing what's happening.
Yeah. Pull all the way up, then you'll see him slow down. We'll catch up to him.
Yep.
Then Austin would fall off really far, and then just like you'll see him fly past both of us.
He does that shit all the time. Or used to.
It's so funny. I think every time that I've done that, I've gotten pulled over, or one of us has gotten pulled over.
I never got pulled over.
I think I got pulled over once. I think someone else got pulled over once. I think it was like Austin maybe got pulled over.
I know who got pulled over once.
Who was
Chris
it?
knows who got pulled over once, but this was
in the car with him. Yeah.
Yeah, this was after you were gone.
The cop gave me a warning.
It was in that silver Aventador.
Yeah, the silver Aventador. He
no warning.
Doing like 80 or something in like a.
It was like 80 and a 40. Double or nothing.
Yeah.
You got nothing. Oh man.
Well, yeah, we can go over the typical Prampcast tangent there, but we can go over the Tesla stuff.
Yeah, we should touch on it quickly.
And just real quick,
so
hey guys, welcome to number 7 episode. Today we are going to be getting into the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content next time. So let's just jump into it. Parentheses us when we have a swimming pool full of beers to drink in one day. Close parentheses.
Yeah. That tracks.
That's track.
And we are also 3 guys here to talk about it.
Yeah, that tracks as well.
Yeah.
Tesla, they made a RoboCab, like a Model 3 with a cap on it. Giant chairs, no steering wheel, no gas pedals.
No rear window.
Maybe like a marginally bigger screen. in the
Yeah, it's a
middle.
21-inch screen.
So that's pretty cool, but the seats look too far away to touch the screen.
They also look like seats from like a 80s like Lincoln.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Everybody wants nostalgia, man. Let's bring those style seats back.
Everybody wants nostalgia, but no one will. And then you guys fill in the blanks.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I can't do it that quick. I have to sit there for like 4 minutes to finish one of those.
And the thing is I have to type it out so I can like see it full and then delete it.
Dude, that's terrible. That was a bad one anyways.
Yeah, no.
We could have mustered something up with nostalgia.
Oh man.
Give Jonathan and I like maybe 6 or 7 messages back to each other. We've got a banger coming with nostalgia.
I'll let you know if it comes to me.
I have a feeling that after this, maybe like an hour,
minutes.
Jonathan's just gonna drop one in the chat.
Either that or like 5-10 minutes from now he'll just blurt it out of nowhere.
The pricing on the Cybercab is supposed to be $30,000, and Elon's always said this, but with his robo taxi idea is that you have your own fleet of them.
He is really obsessed with that idea of like selling a taxi to people.
If he's so obsessed with it, then why can't he do it? If his vision-based autopilot is so good, then why can't he do it? Why is it not being done currently right now?
Because it's not so
There's
good.
like 5 companies. There's
man.
like 5 companies that already do it.
The car that I'm driving right now, it will use the cameras to automatically brake for regen braking. And Buddy's on like version 13 of this shit and can't figure it out.
That's 100%. And they have okay. I gotta look this. How many miles does Tesla has driven 1.3 billion cumulative full self-driving miles.
See, but you mentioned this last time though, that's like
April
skewed
24.
data, isn't it? Because he's
because they take people's personal driving data.
I wouldn't go as far to say that that's skewed data. It is bad that they take drivers' driving data, but it's like it's the idea of a neural network on like a large scale, and it doesn't compute like anything like that. Like, I don't really think that Tesla like collects that data and sells it.
No,
but
probably not.
If they have 1.3 billion miles, like, then they still shouldn't have issues with self-driving.
I mean, yeah, surely they'd be able to map everything by now, because like that's the big thing with BMW. They've been able to map all those roads in California into their system, and now they have like full self-driving in California on some BMWs.
Yeah,
but why can't Tesla do that?
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple.
The 7 Series can do it, but I don't know if it's been like allowed yet.
Oh, is it?
So
not
right now,
out?
what it can do is like, well, actually not just the 7 Series, a lot of cars now, but they can actually my car, even the i4, can fully drive itself in traffic under 40 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, dude, and it was sick too. It was sick as hell.
So nice. But now they do it in traffic on like mapped highways up to 80 miles an hour. So like,
yeah,
that is awesome. And that is legal everywhere in the US. But you still have to put your hands on the wheel in like certain situations and stuff like that. So
yeah, well, the good thing about the Cybercab is no wheel to
put your hands on
override if something were to go wrong.
Well, we should show it on screen.
Waymo has done 20 plus million miles of self-driving,
and yet they have nailed it better than
they have 650 cars on the road in my city, and
Tesla has zero.
Robocabs
on the city, on the streets.
Full self-driving, not a driver in the vehicle.
Let's take some more looks at it here.
Painted wheels. I love painting tires.
Yeah, I mean, we were harping on this last time, but there's just no shot this car is gonna be 30 grand, man. Like, he wants to do butterfly doors, inductive charging.
Yep.
Fully remote. Like, It's just no way, because like the Cybertruck launched, he said 39 grand, and then it launched at 95, which is not even close.
Look at these seats, man. What are we doing here? What is that?
Future.
The bottom seat has to be so. The bottom of the seat has to be so uncomfortable.
It looks like literally an 80s like luxury car. It just looks like shit. I gotta replay what I said last time, but it's not gonna hit the same.
Damn, he went into the receipts and pulled it out, timestamped and all.
Wait, did you actually have it saved, timestamped?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I was just gonna pull what I was gonna look up the same thing to tell you guys what it reminds me of.
I thought you were just about to play it.
No,
that would have been crazy.
But I'll show it just for effect. But it doesn't hit the same.
No, dude, it's
not the cozy.
Dude, it's
coupe,
crazy.
bro.
The thing is that probably has better self-driving than his cars do. I mean, did you see the eyeballs on that one you showed?
At least
dude?
you can
see
manually control that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. Like I said last time, I like the idea of those, and I think it's great, but it's like Waymo's already doing it in a really well fashion, and the tech he's trying to do just has provably not worked as it should.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's going to be good enough in 3 years to sell those with no overrides and get all the regulations cleared and for 30 grand, and it's just not going to happen. It's like, it's going to change so much in the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy to me how it's not super related to this the cab thing, but it's crazy to me how Lucid is still a very new company and they're just doing everything better, in almost every aspect with every car that they make. Even they have
the car is better, or looks better, it's more luxurious, and it's faster,
and it's more efficient.
Yeah,
it does all the things that an electric car should do better than the Model
They're
S.
also just taking their time to make sure it's a quality car, not just
Exactly.
pumping out cars with panel gaps and things falling apart.
Yeah, they're well built. They're nice cars. Not super related to the cab thing, but
it's interesting. You were saying that they're going to come out in 3 years, is what they said, and it's going to be crazy to see companies like Waymo, and there's other companies out there that are doing it, that what they are going to look like in 3 years. Yeah. I mean, Waymo's been around for 10, and 10 years ago, they weren't on roads and shit like that, but they were doing the testing and getting self-driving miles and doing that over the last 10 years. So if
perfecting their sensors and shit.
Yeah. If that's the case, then first and foremost, Tesla's just behind.
Yeah, because they're going all in on this camera shit. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
You made a perfect point last time. You're what if it's foggy? A camera can't see in the fog either.
Oh, it's funny.
Unless it's an infrared camera, which it's not.
This doesn't necessarily need to be shown on the YouTube video because it's going to look stupid. I can probably just send it to Chris and he can put it in the thing.
Yeah, Chris, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that for us.
Let's do it like this. I was driving behind... Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. I was driving behind a car that had its lights off. It was a Challenger and it was black. And it had no lights on. And I could barely see it.
Yep.
So how can a car see that?
A shitty 5 megapixel camera that's covered in dirt and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't see it until it's right on it.
Yeah. And I was using adaptive cruise control, and I was even questioning if my car was going to see it. And I fully trust my car's car's self-driving capabilities, but it has radar, so it did catch it and slow down no matter what. It's not relying on, say, brake lights that should be on at night.
Yeah. I don't understand why he doesn't just do radar, because
they were doing it for a while.
Yeah, they stopped in.
I'm sure it's more expensive to build the cars with radar, but
it can't
be
thing.
That tech is so well like adapted now that it can't be that much more expensive.
In
Radar,
2000,
LiDAR, sonar is all you need, pretty much.
in 2013, the NHTSA like made it a rule that you have to have backup cameras in it.
Yeah.
And that was after a time where like backup cameras became not expensive to put in vehicles. Like you could always have a screen and always have a backup camera. At this point now, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is true or not, but like cars have radars and can at least do anti-collision.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Like
I know
there might be
like,
cars that don't do that, but they would be
some are, yeah. Like a Mitsubishi Mirage doesn't do
yeah, and like the most base one.
Yeah.
But even that still has a backup camera. But like now most cars you buy are going to have most likely have blind spot monitoring and anti-collision, anti-forward collision.
Yeah. BMWs pretty much all have it.
Yeah.
Whether they have driving assist stuff or not.
So that tells me that those systems are cheap to put in cars. Customer probably does incur costs in some form or fashion, but
sure,
not like enough for you to be like, oh, it's too expensive to build this on my car.
Yeah.
For people to buy.
But like Tesla's, I know the Model 3 obviously is like, you know, the same price as a lot of entry-ish cars now, but like the nicer Teslas are not cheap cars. Like it shouldn't matter that this stuff is a little more expensive.
Yeah.
There's also a clear difference between like a Model 3 performance and like a Model S, just straight up.
Yeah, of course. It's like a
noticeable quality, like quality difference. And honestly, like even Civics have better quality, like feel higher quality on the inside than Teslas do.
They're better built.
The seats they use in Teslas are so cheap. Like that is arguably the worst part for me is the seats, and not even getting to the dashboard and stuff that's like absolutely terrible quality, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I would definitely they're very, very cheap and like they feel low quality. Like at least the material of them. And so it just goes to prove like how are they going to do all of that stuff that they say they're going to do with the cab, and then also it'd be 30 grand when like a Model 3 is already as cheap as it can be and is like 40 for a cheap one.
And what they should just do is do what Waymo does and use Model 3s and
load them up with sensors or something. I don't know.
Yeah, load them up with sensors and you'll easily get what you're looking for.
And Waymo, go ahead.
And that would be probably cheaper to do.
Because they already have the platform.
Yeah,
although it's probably the new platform, probably the same platform.
Is the Cybertruck its own platform? Or is it like something stupid?
I'm sure it's bespoke.
Yeah. Getting a raised Model X with triangle stainless steel exterior. Maybe getting getting the Cybercab, but it's bigger and holds 15 people, and you can't see the tires, and it's really close to the ground. The Robo.
Okay, so take an idea that's not going to happen, and then multiply the amount of people it can hold by 10, and that one is also still going to happen somehow.
Yes. No price yet, but it'll probably be cheap and easy for, say, cities to purchase and maintain for their bus system.
Sure.
Probably
I would imagine
really
they'll probably be 45, 50 grand. I mean, it can't be anything crazy. Otherwise, they won't be able to afford the infrastructure.
Also, probably induction charging, and there's also no way to manual override it.
No, well, because they use the entire space on the inside for seats.
Yeah, and it's also ugly.
And you know what I want to do when I'm on public transit is sit on the far side of it and stare directly across at the people on the other side of it. I love that it's facing each other like that.
It's gonna be the new execu car type shit.
It's one dude in there.
Get into my Robobus. We're gonna have a meeting. And you just drive around.
With the mobile hotspot going, they're on a Teams call.
Yeah.
Perfect use.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. There's so little to say about that because it's just so like outlandishly not realistic right now.
That's years and years away if it would even happen. And I don't know
how
if
are they
Tesla
going to
would be the
control the
first
bus
company.
with vision?
Well, okay, so there were I saw a bunch of Tesla bros, of course, talking about how successful the event was. There were 19 of the Cybercabs there, which is a decent amount. And then there were 29 Model Ys that were doing the same thing.
Oh,
But
so it's just a Model Y with a cap on it.
Well, the Model Y is just a Model 3.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's all kind of the same, but they apparently they completed 1,300 trips throughout the thing, and they were like, and every trip was completed safely. Yeah, on a closed course in a movie studio that was pre-mapped out. That's not an achievement.
It's not driving itself. It's just following the route that they told it to follow and told people not to go in front of it. Like,
that is not a fucking achievement. That is the bare minimum.
Yeah.
The boring tunnel, the exact same thing.
You could have done that with any car. You could have taken a Chevy fucking Cruze, put a remote control in it, and had somebody remote control around the thing, and they would say the same thing. Like,
and every trip was a success. Okay, man.
Put it out on the street, and then we'll see. Like, that doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Nobody died on your closed course. Like, awesome stuff. Like,
and quite literally, they would say that they do that on public streets, and it's awful.
But they haven't. But they'll say it can.
Literally not allowed. They'll be like,
this will translate to public streets. That's what the Tesla bros will say. But you can't.
And okay, to be clear.
Chris, understand. Sorry, Jonathan.
Yeah.
They have 1.3 billion cumulative self-driving miles. They can do anything.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. That's why the investors
That's the most cumulative miles self-driving has ever done.
That's why the most cumulative miles are also ever, in general. So happy.
Ever.
Yeah, well, okay, great.
No,
I'll get out of here, guys. I gotta go.
To be clear, we're not saying that they will never be able to achieve full self-driving.
No, I think they will.
They will, for sure.
Eventually, and it's inevitable. We're just saying that they're not going to achieve it in 2 years for 30 grand.
No shot.
So, like, I know that, like, a lot of people have very strong opinions otherwise, and they just believe anything he says as gospel for some reason, even though he lies day in and day out about everything Tesla does. But, like, even still, we're not saying it's never going to happen. We're just saying, like, it's too optimistic.
Yeah.
Just to, like, clarify, because I don't want to get shit being like, you guys are just haters. Like, I don't know.
No, and it's like, you can't hate on, like, true facts about that stuff.
No, you can't. Like, it's facts and logic.
Is it cool that there's even the possibility of self-driving capabilities with vision only? Yes. But it's so much more of a vanity technological advancement for Tesla owners than it is an actual tool you use driving in your day-to-day life. I don't have full self-driving on my car, but people even say Blue Cruise is better.
Yeah.
That's Ford's. Come on.
People say BMW's level 2 stuff is better.
Chevy's drive self.
Chevy Drive.
I don't know what it's called. That's probably better.
It's just like
every single car has self-driving and it's better, but you don't hear about it because, well, it's on,
just
like,
normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
It's just shocking to me that, like, the amount of stuff that Tesla said is going to happen that just doesn't happen. And people hear this insanely outlandish claim and they're like, this one is going to happen. But even the Tesla investors know it's not going to happen, which is why the fucking stock fell off a cliff after
they're finally starting to realize that it's
just a bubble, man.
It's just outlandish claims with no backing proof. He did such a bad job of, like, showing their data on it. I mean, there was a video that came out, I think
He's
today or
never shown
yesterday.
data on anything.
Well, at the very least, there was a video like today or yesterday that showed like the charging time of the Cybercab. Although this could have been a render, but
It's just made
it
up.
kind of proves that it's 200 miles of range on 40 kilowatt hour battery, which is like 5 per whatever kilowatt hour.
That's like in a perfect environment, in a test
And
environment.
also, who's to say that that's real? Because it's a video that they posted, so they could just be posting that because that's their goal. So
Okay, so are they making this car durable enough to last through high mileage? So they're
No.
they're putting a 200-mile battery in it.
no,
It's going
not.
to be constantly driven
And charged.
and charged, because when people aren't using their car, they're just going to send their car out to do trips for them.
If
So
this works as they say.
Yeah, like if it goes how they say it's going to be. And so you're going to be doubling the average miles per year, because
More
your
than
car's
that, for sure.
more than
Dude,
that for sure.
that made
Because your
me
car's
realize,
simply
like,
your car's simply going to be driving all the time. It's going to take you to work, drive for you, go home and charge, pick you back up from work, take you home, charge a little bit more, drive around, charge again, drive around, charge again, be back home when you go to work.
And
Take
if
you to
you
work,
own a
take you
fleet of
home.
these, do you also have to buy a fleet of inductive chargers? Like,
Oh my
because
god,
that's
dude, I did not even think about that.
because 30 grand for the car, how much is the fucking charger?
dude, that's gonna be so expensive unless they
Like-
build them somewhere, but they're not going to. I doubt
They
They're
can't. No way.
And it's not just going to be like a mat you roll out either, like
No.
underneath the
No,
car.
they're gonna have to install it for sure.
There's no like public, there's no city that's going to be like, sure, you can put a bunch of wireless charging coils in the ground right here. Like, that's not going to happen.
Also, who's gonna insure those cars? Thinking about that, like
How
how much
do you
how
insure
much they're
them?
gonna drive. Like, no insurance company's going to want to, or if they do, it's gonna be like 5K a month premiums or something crazy.
How many miles do you plan on
Uh-oh.
driving this year? 80,000.
More
Okay.
than that, bro.
And you're responsible for like other people being in your car, so insurance will be even higher because of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What were you trying to say, Chris, before you
Dude,
got
I
so
don't
rudely
even know.
interrupted?
I think we need to move on because we're getting too heated on this topic again.
Yeah, exactly like we did last time.
Remember how you were saying it wasn't going to be as genuine
Dude.
the next time we talk about it?
49 minutes.
We're literally talking about totally different things too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not even the same stuff, and we're still just as pissed off about it.
I feel like if we had like just a ton of free time, we could just just sit here and talk about this for like hours.
It's
Straight.
we could do a 10-hour podcast about just this fucking Cybercab, bro.
Oh, fuck.
And that's not
dude.
even, we touched on the van, but we didn't even get into the whole robot thing, which
Dude.
I don't even know if we like, that was another 40-minute conversation last time.
I mean, we'll definitely be going like we'll be doing 25 minutes easy if we talk about the robot.
Yeah.
I mean, we can probably shave off like a minute if this is all getting cut out. But
We can leave the robot for next time too.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'm sure there'll be some more information in the next like couple days or so about it. They're slowly putting more stuff out about the Cybercab, so maybe we'll get some more news on the robot in a couple days, but we'll talk about it next time maybe.
I will say though, I am
Robot.
enjoying the memes about the Tesla robot using this like meme picture from the iRobot.
yeah,
robot.
yeah. I haven't seen
Like
that.
my
bunch.
Tesla robot when I don't know. It's been pretty funny.
when they rise up and try to kill humanity and Will Smith has to stop them.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone wants nostalgia, but no one will start listening to their girl when she asks them for a favor.
Oh, because you're doing that.
You have to put that in the description.
It
So that
doesn't make
people can
sense.
see
It
it.
doesn't make sense when
Yeah.
you say it because you have to
I try to
capitalize on it.
emphasize
I
the
know, I know.
words, but it's,
That's funny.
I typed that like 30 minutes ago
Oh my
and just
God,
realized I
dude.
didn't say it.
I knew it.
Okay, well, I have no idea how this is gonna cut, but we might as well just Since we're talking about Elon Musk, we might as well go into the new Twitter.
Yeah, let's just quickly touch on the Twitter stuff. Oh god.
Even more chaotic than last time somehow.
Oh man. I know that you saw this, Jonathan, but did you see it, CJ, that they're changing the block system for Twitter?
Yeah, I saw that they're doing that. Isn't it where you can
I have
like
some
still see the person that blocked?
I took a screenshot of it. I'll read it
with them.
I took a screenshot. I'll read it directly what it says. So it says, if your posts are set to public, accounts you have blocked will be able to view them, but they will not be able to engage. So,
which is terrifying for people that have like actual stalkers in situations like that.
That's that was the first thought that came to my head too. I was like, that is an awful, like, I mean, that forces your account to be private.
Yeah. Which, if you're like a Twitter micro influencer, doesn't work for you. Like those,
and those type of people are the ones that are most susceptible to like weird Twitter stalkers too. So it's like that.
For sure.
I don't understand the logic. Like, there's no logic to that change at all.
I mean, like, I briefly got into those like circles a few years ago, and like, even just like casually knowing some of those people that were like, 50K whatever on Twitter, the shit that they would get in their DMs is terrifying. Yeah. So like, for them to not be able to limit what people are seeing is not, I don't think that's okay. Like,
it's probably because there's someone on Twitter who has been limited so much by a lot of Twitter that he's frustrated.
Oh, who could it be?
So he wants to make sure that everybody can see what he says at all times, because it is X, the Everything app, is the platform of free speech. Yeah, everybody should be seen. For sure.
So it's either that, which is very plausible. I would say like 80% chance that could be the reason. Sure. Or the other thing I could think, the only other reason that makes sense is so he can artificially boost impressions for investors.
It's gotta be both.
No.
It's gotta be both.
Jonathan, your reaction, were you thinking about that, or was that like...
No, that was like, oh my god, he's absolutely right.
It's both of them. It's 100% chance that it is both of those things.
Dude, that's such a gross thing. It's because
impressions are already artificially inflated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of those tweets that I talked about, like in the beginning of the podcast, like the one where he was responding back to a tweet quoting something he said, it was literally just like 10 tweets back to back of just emojis. Like one single emoji.
I know. He does that all the time. All the time.
That his account is like engaging.
This is like a 55-year-old man bots. Too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a dude who's past middle age just tweeting emojis.
He's got kids who love him.
Oh, they all love him. So.
Plenty of kids.
For sure.
Chris's face just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, he's like slaying, dude, like literally.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to be him?
What were the rest of the terms of service they changed?
So there was 2 other very prominent ones. So this one's pretty just funny, honestly, because I don't even know how this would be possible. But they put a clause in that if you view more than 1 million tweets in under 24 hours, they consider it punitive damages and you owe them $15,000.
Dude, no, that, like, honestly, a part of me thinks you just like made that up, right?
No, I swear that's in the terms of service. It's in the new terms.
So
it's because
I don't. Hey, if you use our platform too much, you have to give us $15,000.
Oh my god, dude. Twitter doesn't even load for me half the day. How am I supposed to see a million tweets?
Oh my god. I don't know. I mean,
Hmm.
I get like that probably uses so much processing power, but the real reason for it, I think, is because of the other terms of service change. Um, they have changed another terms of service, so you know how they have their Grok AI.
Hey, do you
Yeah.
guys want to grok something later?
That is such a gross term, man. That sounded disgusting.
Dude, just grok it.
I think that they are like paired together. So Grok AI previously, if you made a tweet on the platform, the AI would take that to learn, basically teach itself. You had the ability to turn that off, and their new terms of service does no longer allow you to turn that off. So any post on Twitter will be used to train the AI regardless, and you have to agree to that to use the platform.
What if you haven't agreed to that?
Then you can't use the platform.
No,
Yeah.
but like, can it learn off of your old tweets?
Probably. I would imagine
It
so.
probably will be able to now.
Because how can
Yeah.
you retroactively
That's probably
change?
yeah. I'm sure that's
Bro.
retroactive in the terms of service. It has to be. If it's not right now, it will be for sure. They're gonna
Fire
change
that
it.
app into the sun, dude. Dude, get it
Well,
gone.
I'm sure the reason that the other one exists, the million tweets in under 24 hours, is probably because they don't want somebody else's AI model to scrub Twitter to learn from it. They only want their AI model to be able to scrub Twitter. I guarantee you that's the reason
Fine.
that exists.
That's fine. Okay, sure. It's on their platform. I understand not wanting another AI to learn off of it.
That means that I'm gonna have to stop drinking 1 million beers and viewing 2 million tweets every day.
Yeah.
2 tweets for every beer.
You're just
Yeah.
constantly scrolling while drinking beers.
Yeah.
Constant consumption of beers and content. Gotta stay content brain out here.
Yeah, I'm having huge content brain because
Dude, if Grok learned off my Twitter in 2021, he would be the stupidest motherfucking guy in the world.
Rock has no match for my mind learning off of Twitter.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't really post on Twitter anymore. I just scroll a
know.
lot
I
because
do the same thing.
like I mean it is very convenient to see news, but it is just such a cesspool of slop. It's such a shit platform now.
I can't use my For You tab anymore because it got progressively worse. I can't even read what that
Yeah,
says.
I don't know what that says either.
Guy who thinks
It says-
Charles.
Guy who thinks it's Charles Horse instead of Charlie Horse.
That's pretty good though.
Nice, man.
My For You page got like really, really bad.
Dude,
Like I
it's
saw
terrible.
what happened was my For You page was fine with some accounts that were annoying, and then my For You page got flooded with Tesla content, and I can't figure out
classic combo.
if it's because I liked something. It was like around the
No.
Cybertruck coming out, but I think they just forced a bunch of Tesla tweets into
Yes.
my For You page,
Yeah.
and then it started turning into only Tesla content and those like video accounts
Yeah.
and like fighting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, okay,
Dude, the amount of Tesla accounts that I've muted on Twitter is insane. Probably like 300 at least. And it still feeds me Tesla content. You would think that the algorithm would learn to not show that type of content if I've muted that many people.
it's
But it's
crazy.
still there, brother.
It's
Don't
because
worry.
it wants to do that. It
Crazy.
wants you
It's
to.
just artificially imposed onto everybody. Like,
So, just real quick, I was just looking at my Twitter because I said if Grok learned off it in 2021. Here's a tweet from 2021. Bowling, but instead of pins, it's full cartons of orange juice at the end of the lane. Once you break all the cartons, you win the game. And that's the whole tweet.
Nice, dude.
sick, man. You really,
Really,
smashed that
really
one.
came up with that one.
What? That was at 8:48
How
a.m.
many, how
by the
many
way.
likes did that get?
I woke up and tweeted that.
How many likes you got on that? one?
5.
Heck yeah. Dude, that's
Beautiful.
crazy.
She's stroking off my beef. There we go.
There
Yeah,
it is again.
haven't heard that one before. You may have
There it is
CJ.
invented
again.
that. Hell yeah, dude.
Not fucking cricketune.
Well, anyways.
Uh,
Oh,
X the everything app.
Yeah, the perfect app. Here we are at an hour again, just full Tesla content once again.
can we crank through this tier list or nah?
Jonathan's been desperate to do a Halo tier list since we did that Halo video podcast 2 weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember, man.
I think it was last episode. Yeah, it was. But here we go. This is just it's every Halo game off of just I didn't make it. It was just already there. So
Literally all of them.
shout out to whoever made this. Weird Stuff 989.
Dude, we can follow him on X.
Well, it is the everything app. I wonder if I could maybe subscribe to his X and pay him $3 a month. So I guess we'll just go in like the order that they are here.
Master Chief Collection, easily godly.
I would tend to agree at least at this point.
Easily godly. And
Chris,
the reason is because it holds all the games.
Yeah, there's no reason that it wouldn't be S tier regardless. That one makes the most sense out of any of them, I would say.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I mean, if this was based on like how it was when it came out, it would probably be down here, like meh or bad. But yeah, in 2024, I would definitely agree. Next up, we got Halo for Atari 2600.
Definitely played that, and I've
What?
definitely seen gameplay of it, and I definitely know what that is.
So it's basically like
Halo?
somebody made a custom
Wait, so it's not
version.
even a official game?
No, this is like a fan made thing. Maybe like it got approved by Halo. I don't know, but
It was published by Atari Age for the Atari 2600.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
All right, so just looking at these pictures, I'm gonna throw it D tier.
So D tier, is that gonna be meh or bad?
I would say bad in today's standards.
I would probably
Chris,
agree with you.
Gotta pop up some pictures of that one for sure.
Here, I'll go ahead and show you this real quick. Let's see if it'll pull up. Here's a picture of it for you on screen. Thank you,
Oh my
ads.
god, I would love to play some of that.
No, what the fuck?
Here, I
Don't
got
forget
it.
to subscribe.
I got it.
I hate websites like this, man.
Dude, same. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, dude, get it out of here. No. What? That doesn't need
It
to
looks
exist, man.
very bad. It looks very bad. I mean,
So
but
you
it's on
can-
Atari.
And there, so it says, inspired by the Halo video game series, the game sees players control Master Chief and fight through 64 screens with varied enemies. Completing the game once unlocks a tougher legendary mode.
It's also insane that this came out after Halo 1, by the way.
He was the former Ed Fries was the former vice president of at game publishing at Microsoft, and was involved in Halo's acquisition of Halo developers Bungie.
Yeah.
So basically, he just carried the name with it.
I guess it's a cool like novelty game, but
Sure.
Retro Gamer gave it an 83%. What do you guys think about that?
But like as a game, I would say it's probably not good.
it doesn't
Like-
look like it would be, no.
Well, at this point, I'm not gonna think any game for Atari is good, but that's just because I don't
Yeah,
have any nostalgia
that's
for
fair.
it.
I would say bad.
All right, we'll leave it in bad. This next one's gonna be really hotly contested, I
I'm
think,
gonna say
because
meh.
I'm
I'm gonna have to push higher than that. We can't do meh.
I'm gonna have
Bro.
to probably say the one underneath S tier, A tier.
I'm gonna have to say
Dude.
the C tier.
Dude, Chris, we put like
I know, hundreds of
weeks
hours.
into that game. Yes.
It's the only game that's only ever made me almost break a TV. So
Yeah, that's fair. But also the multiplayer of that game. I know this is a hot take. I know Halo people don't think this is true. The multiplayer of that game is my personal favorite multiplayer of any game.
The multiplayer in that game for one of the considered one of the modern Halos is the best.
It's so
100%.
tight. It plays
It's
so well.
smooth. It's butter. The boosts were perfect.
Halo 5 F tier, Halo 5 F tier.
I'm not gonna say the boosts
No,
were
I'm
perfect.
kidding.
I have
It's
some
okay.
issues with it.
I'm gonna go on
If
my
they
personal
take
account
the
and bomb our
thrusters-
TikTok comments. Because
If they
Chris is
took the
saying this.
thrusters out of that game, I would have enjoyed it so much more. But that was the most rage-inducing part to me by
But
far.
For me,
But the
the most rage
thrusters-
was the Spartan thrust thing. Like when
Well,
you Spartan
that-
charged.
Falls in line with the thrusters. Get rid of them both.
I like the thruster in general because I like the
No,
mobility.
I like the
No,
way
the
they did the
thruster-
thruster
the-
in Infinite.
The thruster is a good move. Was a good movement. in Halo 5.
Yeah, I love, dude. Okay, Chris, where are you willing to go? Because I would put it S. I know that's not where it belongs, but that's
If
what
we're
I would
looking
do.
at the game as a whole package, I would say like B. I guess.
No,
I
I'm
mean, the
gonna have to say
campaign was
A on that one.
fine. The story
campaign is
wasn't great.
Yeah,
The Warzone mode was pretty fun, I guess. So
The Halo
I mean, I
5
could-
campaign does have a really fucking badass cutscene in it though, and it's when their Locke's team is
oh,
just
the
like
beginning. Yeah, dude, it's
right
insane.
in the beginning. It's nuts. It's fucking sick.
the Halo bros are gonna rip you apart for saying that that's an S tier game, bro. Everybody thinks that's a shitty game.
I don't care. Rip me apart if you want. I'm allowed to have an opinion.
Dude, just right under S tier.
Can't wait,
Alright,
can't
meet
wait
him in
till
the
you
middle.
put Halo 1 in D tier, and then they're
No, I
really
think
gonna
that's
rip
too
you
low
apart.
still. That's still too low. You gotta put it up one more.
I think the campaign might have to bring it down one more because it didn't follow Halo 4 at all, and it was a mess.
Wait, what are you looking at now? I can't tell.
I'm still looking at 5. I
Oh,
think it
okay,
might have
okay.
to go here because of the campaign.
I
Uh,
will agree that that is fine.
Sure.
All right. Halo Combat Evolved, and we can include Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary in this because it's not on here.
Let's hear
Because
your
it's not
take,
there.
John Paradise.
My take on Halo CE. I didn't play it when I was younger, so I don't have like nostalgia for that game specifically. And I didn't play it all the way through campaign wise until Anniversary came out. I do think the story and like the world building and the like aesthetic of the game is amazing. It plays a little clunky now, but that's because it's 25 years old. And it looks okay. And the Anniversary one still looks okay. Like it's held up all right, especially considering it's just a remaster and it wasn't like a full remake. So it's held up okay. The multiplayer, I don't know about the Halo 1 multiplayer, man. Halo 2, I understand people thinking is one of the best. Halo 1, I don't think they had quite figured it out yet. Like, the pistol being a 3-shot is so stupid. And
That's
I know that I'm gonna
crazy.
get flamed for that, which is fine. I'm just watching Chris's reaction to everything I say.
If you flame him for the pistol being easier to use in CE, then be better with the pistol in the modern games.
The pistol. Are you talking to me or the
The
commenters?
commenters.
Okay.
Because the pistol is all constantly been a good gun. I'm sure that there are questionable like eras of the pistol.
Yeah, Halo
3's
3, it's
pistol
worthless.
sucks.
Yeah. But ultimately, like if you were good with that gun, you could easily like brag with it.
Halo 5 sidekick, goated. Actually, 2 goated. I would say it's too good. But yeah. So
I'll put
okay,
it like middle of the run for me.
I'm probably gonna have to say great on that one.
I still think it's in like the upper echelon of games because it really paved like FPSs as we know them.
I have
So-
nostalgia with that game for sure, but I did not play multiplayer because I didn't have internet on
Yeah.
my original Xbox like you could. But there are some very, very like classic, very good, well thought out missions in that
Yeah.
game. Like Truth and Reconciliation is like,
It's also very hard. It's one of the harder games on
Yeah.
Legendary.
I do appreciate that.
Truth and Reconciliation looks so nice, even in its original graphics. Just
Yeah,
like
that's what I
with the
mean, like,
ship, like with the
aesthetically.
ship really low. Like it's just there's a lot of points like that in the like fucking when you go back to Truth and Reconciliation when the flood's taking it over.
Oh my god, yeah.
Rip out like Key's heart, chip out of his heart or his head or whatever the fuck, wherever you punch him. Oh, and when you go back to the Pillar of Autumn in this like the second to last mission, like all of those are like easily some of the best moments like in the Halo franchise.
Yeah, and like that game did definitely pave the way for FPSs. That and Doom, but
put it above Halo
yeah.
5.
Do not
amazing
put it above Halo 5.
Oh, right here.
Put it in line with Halo 5.
Okay, we're good.
What's next?
Okay. Next is Halo Fireteam Raven, which is the arcade game. Have you guys ever played this?
Nope.
Isn't it like like one of those time attack games?
Yeah, it's like an arcade shooter where like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I remember. I have not played that.
I will say in an arcade setting, it's very fun. It's super fun to just like blast through as much as you can with however many fucking Dave & Buster's credits you have. But like as a game, I mean,
okay, put that one on. Put that one
great
on
as
meh.
a game. I think we'll put it on meh. Yeah, that's fair. We got a real, probably the next most controversial one is up next, which is Infinite.
Okay, I want to get started on this one.
All right.
Campaign, one of my favorites.
It was really good, I thought.
Only because it was well written. Should it have been connected to literally any of the other games? Yes. But the story was well written enough for it to be like a part of the Chief's life that he just went through.
It was a cool standalone
story. It was a cool standalone story. The open world idea was really cool when I got the game, and then after I beat the game, I realized that it's just like killing bosses and then killing bosses in the storyline, which it was definitely fun the first time I went through the storyline to kill the bosses, but I don't think I'm going to enjoy it the second time.
Yes.
I think I would enjoy it if I played it again in like a year from now still. Like if I waited another year.
And then third is about the open world, but also with the multiplayer. If you're going to write a story for multiplayer and have an open world game, you want to connect the two. They had the perfect platform to do it, and they didn't do it.
And then they abandoned the story that was in multiplayer after like 6 months.
Yeah. So multiplayer is made me so angry playing it. It was like
such a sweat fest.
It's actually insane. And you can tell that it wanted to be like Halo 5 multiplayer a little bit. Like
yeah, but they had to bring it back a little bit.
Yeah, and they didn't really just like do it right. Like they kind of lost like the game book in the Halo 5 multiplayer, and they had to like kind of make it from scratch again.
It's too much competitive focus, too much esports focus on this shit.
Well, that's okay. Every first person shooter should have ranked.
I'm not saying it shouldn't have ranked. I'm saying they geared it too much toward competitive.
But you also yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Sorry. But also like if you play casual, it should be casual. Like you shouldn't. Wasn't there SBMM in that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Heavy.
So that's cool. That's fun to play.
Very heavy in that game.
That map with like the gravity, the man cannon that shot you like over towards like where the ship was. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it was like a big U. The map was.
Can't remember what it's called, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
I think so.
That map fucking sucks.
It's
and
so
whoever invented that map should not work. They probably do not work for the company anymore.
Yeah, probably not, to be honest.
What's like above meh?
Good.
What's above good? Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Putting this below 5 is going to be
I think it's a
catastrophic.
Significantly better game than 5, but also as a package of a game, it is very
almost not as good as 5. As a total package, I don't know if it's as good as 5.
The story was leagues better than 5.
Agreed. wholeheartedly.
The
Yes, it
multiplayer
was.
was extremely smooth, but way too competitive focused.
Correct.
But it was very, very smooth. Other than like the desync issues, like all that aside, if they could have
Like, all
figured
the
that
time.
out, it would have felt very good to play. But it's
Yeah.
still an issue today. The campaign I felt like had no replayability. I played it once through, waited a couple months, tried to play it again, and was so bored.
Maybe if we played it together, it'd be better. Like if we all
Maybe.
played it.
I just feel like it has the least replayable campaign out of any one that has come
Yeah.
out, which just sucks because the story was actually good.
Yeah, dude, the relationship between like the weapon and the pilot, like it was so cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I think as an overall package, the game was very disappointing. It probably deserves meh if you were looking at it based on the launch. But how the game plays is actually good. Like, I
So let's split the difference and put it here.
Were you gonna put it with Halo 5? Where would
Me?
you put it? Yeah.
It's funny because I played Halo 5 consistently for like 5 years straight. Like I didn't really I took like a few breaks here and there, but like I played it up until like through 2020. Even after the Halo Infinite beta came out, I still played Halo 5. Halo Infinite I played for like 3 months and then fell off. And I've like tried to pick it back up, but I can't.
I think that's what everybody did.
And I know it has like an okay player base on Xbox, and like I know a lot of people like the game, and I know like it's a better package now than it was when it came out, but I still don't think they've added enough to it. They haven't really added any to the sandbox at all, like
No.
a gun or two.
They haven't polished any of their like long-standing features.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
the best...
way too much microtransactions, like way too much microtransactions.
yeah.
Even for a free game, I think it's too much. So overall, I'd say it has to be probably good because the campaign was amazing on the first playthrough. I thought
That is definitely a game that like I've also tried to get back into and I just can't.
I've been thinking about trying a lot lately because I've been playing MCC and having fun, but it's just different.
I mean, the multiplayer experience from MCC is unmatched because you can matchmake in all the games combined.
I know it's like it's always different. Every game is different.
Yeah.
Which is why it's the top. These two will probably be very quick because have you guys ever played Spartan Strike or Spartan Assault?
No.
No, sir.
I've played them. They are fine. I'm sure that there's important aspects of them to the story, but obviously they don't matter that much.
Throw them in low tier, like meh or something straight up. I don't know. They're not memorable.
They're not memorable. I almost think they should go and shouldn't exist because I don't think anybody cares about them. But that seems harsh.
But garbage sounds worse also.
It does, yeah. Let's do this. And we'll put them here. Apologies to any of the Spartan Assault stands out there, but
all 4 of them.
I just don't think it really matters. And if you think it matters, I'm happy you're having a good time. I just don't care. Okay. Halo Wars 2.
Spartan Strike is $3 on Steam. And I'm gonna look up
dude, let's cop it and play through it.
Spartan Strike Halo Steam number of players.
Like 4.
Yeah, yes. The last 30 days there's been an average of 4.3 players.
Dude, that's crazy.
Peak players was 15.
Guys, we should run through it together.
Oh my god. I mean, I would play that.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
sure.
It's probably fine.
Are you guys fine leaving him here?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Halo Wars 2, I know the story is apparently very, very good. Because it leads into Infinite. Actually, this is the only game that is related to Infinite. And that's where they introduce the Banished and all that stuff, which obviously is important now. Chris, I think you've played this more than I have.
I did not play much Halo Wars 2. I will say it's
Good.
mad, probably. I would put Halo Wars as good because I think Halo Wars is a much better game than Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that.
Halo
Okay.
Wars was a fantastic game. I put hundreds of hours into the original one, but Halo Wars 2, I played for like 20 hours and it just did not feel as like fulfilling, and like it felt like it had a lot less care put behind it than the first game to me.
Okay.
The story of it though I know is very good, but I think that's fair. Like meh for that and good for Halo Wars to me makes sense.
Okay. Cool. I don't have too much feeling. I mean, I played them both. I don't have too much thoughts on them though.
The music in the original Halo Wars is unbelievable.
The music in every Halo is unbelievable, even the bad
But
ones.
the Halo Wars 1 music is so good, bro. I love that music so much.
Maybe I should listen to it. I don't really remember it. Okay. ODST,
Godly easily.
Yeah, that's where I would put it too.
There's no game company that can make a spin-off game nearly as good as that, except for maybe Yakuza games, and that's only because everybody who's played Like a Dragon says it's the best game ever made.
Yeah, I'm sure those games are very good. They're just, I mean, they don't super appeal to me, but that doesn't mean they're not good.
I think I'm gonna play one of those, but that's not the point. ODST has like the best scenery. They picked an insane time for the game to take place.
Yeah.
The best setting. The game's
the best atmosphere.
Yeah, the game's really creepy, and when you're rolling off of playing CE 2 and 3, for them to pack you in a smaller body with no shields and make everything literally feel huge around you. They did
such a good job of that.
It's an insane feeling. And the story is just so well done, so well thought out.
The music is
so unique from the linear like Halo experience that you get.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, they had stuff like they have a ton of games just sitting there like this that just got scrapped. Like,
it's probably my top 5 games in general, like ever.
100% my top 5 games ever.
I remember playing that for the first time, getting to the mission where you first encounter the hunters.
Yeah,
dude, one of the most
was so insane of a like gameplay loop. That took me hours to beat, because they're so difficult in that game, but it's so rewarding.
You're like running into the because it had all those doors that opened like in the city maps. You're like running into the buildings to get away from them, but then the hunter gets too close so it doesn't close, and it's like fucking lasering you while you're in the building still.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, fantastic game. I hope that when they say they have multiple games in development now, that they are considering a project like that, but it's probably years and years away.
People are like clamoring for it. They got to do it at some point.
They just have so much stuff like that in the Halo universe. They could easily make like 10 games just like ODST, and just like, we know they have the talent to write or have the talent to write it. And it goes, and you know what's funny is same thing goes with Halo Reach. That shit needs to be in Godly as well. Easily another one of like the best spin-off games. Another one that like it held a little bit more true to what like Halo's campaign is like, except you've never seen like that like that many Spartans at once, and it was a part of the story that, well, I mean, if you read the books you would know, but nobody really knew leading up until, I guess, after
the book is phenomenal, by the way. It came out between 3 and 4.
Yeah, last Bungie game.
Shit. Did you guys do like Forge bases and stuff? Like when you were
so many hours in Forge.
Sure. Let's go, dude.
I spent significantly more time on that game than any other Halo game by far. And I loved it. I mean, the story is so impactful. I think it still
Oh yeah,
hits today replaying it. The
yeah, we've
multiplayer, a
talked about it.
lot of people hate, but I think it plays very well. I
Do you
really like the multiplayer.
do you guys remember when the beta came out and they had Invasion?
I wasn't
Oh,
around.
Invasion
I didn't have Xbox
slapped
Live
back in
yet.
the day, man.
Dude,
Invasion
it
was
did though.
so good on
It
Prime,
was
like Reach.
so crazy to
On
play that
Spire, dude.
to
Invasion on
play
Spire.
Yeah,
Invasion, yeah, dude. And to play it in the beta. That was the only thing they had in the multiplayer was the Envision one where you're like running into the Pillar of Autumn or whatever, like you're on that map.
yeah.
And just the
Well,
idea
yeah.
of like playing against elites. And like they
Which
get the
they haven't brought
guns.
back, by the way. It's
Yeah.
still not a thing.
Yeah, I loved that game. It felt so good in its prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
The customization system was
yeah, I was just about to
perfect, too.
say, dude, it was
Perfect.
Unlocking all the
beautiful.
stuff. The rank system was amazing. Like, I remember my first time seeing a game with an inheritor in it and like freaking out. Like, oh my fucking god, that's
Yeah.
so crazy.
I thought that you would not like that game as much, Jonathan. I don't know why.
Really? Oh, I love Reach. I was like, it's amazing, dude. Like, I can't hate on anybody saying it's their favorite at all because like in high school it was like my most played game by far.
Yeah,
That
100%.
and Black Ops 1. Yeah. I think it's easily belongs in the godly tier with the other two, I would say.
Yeah. It's also
Okay.
very interesting how they were able to like incorporate that customization into MCC too.
Yeah, they
Like,
did pretty well.
They did a good job with it, and it's also amazing that they put that game in MCC. It's just MCC
I know.
is like
Yeah, it's like the best package ever. This one I think is probably maybe the most controversial Halo game.
that has one of my all-time favorite scenes in Halo in it.
What where they say like our job was to protect each other and we did it.
No, that I'm not talking about scenes that make me cry.
Okay.
That
It does.
scene,
That game did. I straight up
that's-
cried at the end.
That scene when the Pillar of Autumn is like crashing.
Oh, like,
like-
into the planet
Yeah, because
when
like
the Infinity is
John's
crashing.
he's flying up on a ghost and like hops off and slides right to the edge. And you
Is that
see
where
like
the
the Pillar
music
of,
gets like really crazy and crescendos a bunch?
yeah, and
Yeah,
the
okay.
Pillar of Autumn's like getting electrocuted, just like starting to peek out of the, and then the diadect shoots up in his ball and
Wait, you're
flies
talking
over
about the
there.
Infinity, like the
Yeah,
big ship?
UNSC
Okay.
Infinity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Did I say Infinite?
I think you said Pillar of Autumn, which is the Halo 1 ship.
Well, that crashed too. So
They did. They all kind of all crashed, so I don't blame
yeah,
you.
they all do just crash. but-
Campaign wise, this is my favorite Halo story outside
Yeah,
of Reach.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that too.
I put so much time into the multiplayer of that game too.
Multiplayer
Yeah,
is fun
I don't
in
think
that game.
it's fun, but I don't think it's very of the time.
I would go above Halo 5 for sure.
Wow, I was gonna say below Halo 5.
No, absolutely not. It is so much better.
Chris
of a
can't
game.
do it. He can't have it.
It's so much.
Campaign-wise, it was definitely way
the
better.
The worst part about Halo 4 is the Forerunners are fucking annoying as shit to fight. They're way too strong.
Yeah,
but
Prometheans.
yes, sorry, the Prometheans.
Like the Knights. The Knights take like
dude,
an hour to kill.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But the story was great. The gameplay felt good. The class system was dumb for multiplayer. Let's just be honest.
It was stupid.
But
yes.
the snipers in that game felt so nice.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
a lot of the guns felt really good in that game.
Really liked the gameplay, but
The Forerunner guns felt so good.
I'd be fine
Dude,
putting it.
what's the thing called? The sniper. What's that thing called?
Oh, the Forerunner one, dude. That
Yeah, the
thing
Prometheus
was
sniper.
so fun.
It was like
I
a
don't
one-shot
remember.
body
I don't
shot in
remember.
Halo 4.
Yeah,
Alright, so I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up.
dude, that gun.
Um,
There was a spiker in that game. The pistol, right? Or is that?
No,
Halo
that was
3?
the sticky detonator. Oh, that's Halo
Oh,
Infinite,
that's-
the skewer. That thing is sick though. That thing's about one-shot body shot too. Yeah, one-shot body.
the binary rifle.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah,
It had 2 shots in the
that
clip.
gun was
It was a
cracked.
1-shot body shot. Dude.
Yeah, and it had so much aim assist.
Yeah. Okay, I'd be fine putting it same tier as Halo 5, but it does not deserve to be below Halo 5 to me.
CJ, thoughts?
No, maybe we should put it above Halo 5.
How's that?
Sure.
It's above Halo 5. I don't know if it goes in amazing.
Do you tier it like that?
In my head, I am at least.
Okay, I like it.
Um,
Well, then you should probably put.
I don't know. Maybe I'll move Halo 5 down.
No, keep Halo 5 great. Put Halo CE after both of those.
No, that's gonna be some take bombs on that one. All right, fine. There we go. Halo 2. I never played it when it came out because I didn't have an Xbox and I didn't have a way to play it.
Amazing
so
campaign.
I have played it obviously since I played the anniversary campaign, and it is up there with the best for sure.
I never played multiplayer, so I can't really say that.
The anniversary multiplayer was good.
I bet. I mean, it looks good. The anniversary game looks good. I've never played the anniversary game.
Wait, so you never played the anniversary campaign?
Yeah, of Halo 2. No, I've seen some cuts. I've
seen
some cutscenes. I've seen some cutscenes from it that look fucking amazing, but I have not looked into it anything past that.
I hope Blur does cutscenes for Halo in the future because they are like the best cutscenes I've ever seen. Definitely whenever we play through all the Halos, we have to find the mod that lets us play 4-player campaign. Yeah, that shit is so good.
Yeah. I think it's safe to put Halo 2 above CE and 5.
It's like 4. An amazing.
Yeah. It's definitely not a god tier game because its gameplay does not hold up that well, but it's definitely better.
But it's not bad, you know, like it hasn't held up poorly. Like you could still play it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is a good spot for it. It's above. It definitely was a step up from CE, and these two were a step back in some ways. So yeah, that makes sense. And the last one, which is probably the biggest one, I would say, right?
Big nostalgia hit
for just about every single person that there is
in the world.
Yeah, every person who was a teenager in 2008.
I've spent a lot of time on Forge.
A lot of time on Forge. A lot of time in custom games.
A lot of time in custom games. I've also spent a lot of time on multiplayer as well.
Same.
Yes, campaign's been played through a bunch.
Played that whole bunch. Like at least 10 times.
I've borderline memorized the opening mission where you're walking through the jungle and shit. You picture it, like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. 100%. The Halo Reach customization was so shocking because of Halo 3's customization, but Halo 3's customization is still good.
Especially their armors were
cool. Yeah, it was good.
The system to unlock the armor is really good.
Yeah, I remember the whole recon myth.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have Xbox Live when that game came out, so I got into it a little later, like before Reach, but I played the campaign a ton, and I played like custom games like just at my house because I didn't have the Xbox 360 had like a Wi-Fi adapter that you had to buy, and I didn't have one for a couple years. So
no, my dad.
I was cruising custom games.
I was hardwired, like right away.
No, I didn't have a way to hardwire. Yeah. I mean, I think we know where it has to go.
Is this a godly one?
I think it has to be.
If it's definitely I would say it's the Halo 2 of those.
What'd you say?
I would say better Halo 2. It's worse than those two. I would even move MCC down to just above Halo 3, to be honest with you. I know that it's like a collection of everything, but ODST and Reach are so much better.
I mean, that MCC literally has both ODST and
I guess
Reach
that's
in
fair.
it.
So it has to physically say above it. But
Yeah, I think like just as a whole package, like this game is so
you're
much.
right.
So I think it has to be the top one, but I do understand like what you mean as far as a game, these two being so good.
I mean, Halo 3 ODST has a better story than Halo 3.
I agree.
Like if you're comparing, if you're like comparing those two directly to each other.
All right, we got some chatter in the chat.
Yeah. We had an audience member this whole time, and the Halo tier list really brought him out. Got him going.
Go ahead and screenshot this and let us know how wrong we are, because I'm sure a lot of people think we are wrong.
Can you move your camera out of the way?
You know what, CJ? I'd be honored to.
Get that shit out of here. Let me see the tier list. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's.
I think
it's pretty good too.
I think we all play Halo 2066 or whatever the fuck that is down there for the Atari. we just play that through and see how far we can get with it.
Loki, I would do it. I don't care. It's $3. I'll buy it.
It's like a roguelite, but with no roguelike features.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I played it. It's not like a terrible game. It just doesn't really add anything to Halo.
It's rated very positive, and on Steam.
Well, like I said, I can't wait for the Halo Spartan Assault fans to absolutely tear us to shreds. So
this person has 5,673 hours on this game.
What?
That's insane, bro.
They shouldn't be allowed to have a video game controller anymore.
Dude, that's as much hours as like streamers have on Tarkov, and they play it constantly
for their
every
jobs.
day.
Yeah. Dude, that's too much. All right. Well, yeah, like you said, let us know what you would change. I'm glad we finally got to do that.
Halo 5 garbage tier. Halo 5 garbage tier.
Hey Chris, look, we're at an hour and 40 minutes.
I know, kill
Chris,
me.
I'm gonna pull up outside your house, bro. I swear to God.
Do it. I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
we'll record on your couch.
Or bet, honestly.
That'll be fun.
All right, we have to end it here. It's been a very long one.
Thanks for listening as always. If you make it to the end, which if you made it to the end, actually, let us know.
Comment the word Charles.
Like Charles horse.
Yeah.
Bringing it all back.
Yes.
Love it.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Yeah.